Hello, ladies, and welcome to the Last Line of Defense Women's Bible Studies. And we're coming to you from New York. Um, we've chosen as a theme for the Bible series Last Line of Defense in lieu of all the things that are happening right now and have been for the past 3 years, 3 years to be exact. And we've gone from crisis to crisis, and things. We came into a new secular year thinking, well, maybe things will get just a little bit better. Maybe the worst is over, thinking in those terms. But we come into some very serious things that are really almost putting us at critical mass right now. Just so many things that are going on right now. And that's why it's important for us to be prepared with the weapon that God has given us, to be skilled at knowing how to use this very powerful weapon that God has given to us, so that we can fight for our families, fight for our values, fight for our freedoms. Everything is at stake right now, ladies. And if you don't put yourself in line, last line of last line of defense is a military term, and what it means is that it means that position that you take, that you and I take, that position where the mission is to hold enemy forces and not allow them to pass. And sometimes, we deal with people that, they want to avoid problems. They don't, well, I don't want to deal with that. Well, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to do this. But again, everything is at stake. And God has given us, as women, a very huge responsibility, a very huge task with our families. Oh, well, let his father work with them. No, God has given the woman a very special task. And we're the ones that are going to hold on, and we're going to block everything that is designed to destroy our children through so many ways that the enemy would throw. So we're not going to allow the enemy to pass, not to pass your home, to pass through your mind, to pass, and cause you to give up on values and teachings and beliefs that have been handed down to us. So we're the time, I want to dedicate this series of Last Line of Defense Bible series. I want to dedicate it to my daughter, Rebecca Almaraz Acevedo, who, in my opinion, I've known a lot of leaders, I've known a lot of preachers, I've known a lot of women that have, made their mark in the world. But I can say with confidence and with pride that Rebecca, my daughter, is the most spiritual, the most, the most admired woman in my life. So I want to dedicate this series to her. I have other children. I love them all, but she's my firstborn. She has a very special place, and I've seen her prove herself during critical times, during times of war, during times of lack, during times of, a lot of hits from the enemy. I've seen her take a position, and I never seen her move from that position. And she has truly held the enemy back. She knows her mission. She knows what it is. So thank you very much, Becca. We're dealing with women, and I want to invite you with this short video and tell you why you should tune in, because my task is a difficult one, because as yours is, because my task is to transmit what God has given me, and that is truth. We're living at a time where people are opening their mouths and spewing out lies. We're living in a time where the enemy has reared his ugly head, and everything that comes out is deception and lies. And we have got to block that, and what blocks it is truth. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said something very profound with his many, many sayings and teachings. He said this. He said, "Truth smashed down will undauntedly rise again." And truth right now, that things are getting, so so alarming, so so crazy in our world. We need that truth. We need God's truth to come, because truth brings light. And what does light do? Light expels darkness. One of the wisest men in the Bible, the wisest man, was King Solomon. And he wrote these words in Proverbs 13 and 12. He said, hope deferred, hope put off, hope, delayed, hope deferred makes the heart sick. But a desire fulfilled is like a tree of life. And we've gone from one crisis to the other, one loss to the other loss. And what that literally means, hope deferred, it means a person, he relies on his friend and does nothing. That's hope deferred. And sometimes when we wait on someone, well, he should have done this, or she should have done that, or she didn't come through, or they knew better, or they were in a position, or they could have helped. You're relying on a friend or a person or an institution. And I've always said it throughout my many, many years, decades of teaching this book. I've always said that if you rely on a person, you're going to get what a person can give you, hopefully. If you rely on a religious institution, you're going to get what a religious institution can give you. But if you rely on an almighty God, you're going to get everything that God has for you, and your desire will be fulfilled. And that's what makes our life like a tree of life, full of life and fruit, and not decaying there and fruitless. So we want to know that we have a mission, that God is with us. You're going to be armed with biblical truths that are your weapon to fight and to hold that position. I know you're tired. I know you've been disappointed. I know that people have let you down. I know that you feel like you can't make it another day. I know that you think of things like many people during this time. You think, well, I just wish it was over. I just wish I could end it. I wish I could that I don't want to live anymore. I don't feel I can take any more pressure. I can't take any more meltdowns. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, because God is going to bless you as you're holding that position, as you're fighting for your children like nobody else can, as you're fighting to keep your values. And God is going to give us our freedoms. There's coming a time very, very soon when it gets this dark. The Bible talks about prophecies that we're very close to our final redemption. We're very close to Mashiach coming and turning this whole thing around and destroying and eliminating evil. So I want to encourage you, and these studies will do exactly that, because they will get you armed. Again, I said my task during these videos, these short videos that I will put out with you, and hopefully we can connect in other ways. I'll have information there for you, how we can connect. We need, at this time, ladies, now more than ever, we need to move away from the stories. Yes, the stories are good. Yes, the stories are about other people and what they did. They're inspiring and everything else. Yet, but stories don't change people. One man of God, one spiritual leader said, stories don't change people. What we're looking for, while they're inspiring, the goal is studies to be presented to you that are startling ideas from the Bible. That's what changes. That's what changes your belief system. And we've been hearing over here and hearing over there and tuning in and scrolling and looking and looking and looking for answers. It's in the book. It's in the book, the stories that are there. Excuse me. The stories that are there change lives. The stories that are there, change your belief system. And we're looking at the fact that there's, sometimes we don't even think about it because we didn't know, but there's an ancient religious code that predates all religions and all faith systems. Oh, but I'm over here. Oh, I'm this, and I go to that place, and I worship like this, and I do this, and I connect with God different, and everything else. This religious code predates all religions and all faith systems. And God gave us that book. God gave us those instructions. God gave us that faith system. Whatever, or whatever level you're at, you can learn. And the God of Israel, the one and almighty God of the universe, the creator of the universe, has a plan and a desire to connect with you and to have us, in unity and moving together so that we can keep and hold our position and protect what God has given to us. He's putting people in your life. And I want to encourage you to join with us in the Bible studies, join with us in, well, Miss Rachel, I've been studying for a long time, and we believe like this, and we believe like that, and I've studied a long time, and good. You've studied a long time, but can you challenge yourself? We can always better ourselves. Can you challenge yourself to use that weapon, God's Bible, more skillfully and directly, and learn, to target those areas and hit those areas and and bomb those areas where the enemy is, so that you can have the freedom that God desires for you. I want to thank you for your time, these few moments, and I will see you at the next study. God bless you.